Hey, my name's Logan, and I've been engineering DIY recordings for about 6 years. I just recently had an album I worked on get released earlier last month, so it's pretty exciting. It's called Clinomania by Two Snoozed, if you're interested in DIY emo stuff at all. For a while now, I've been thinking about putting together some kind of tutorial that I wish I had as a rock-solid launch point. Will help you hopefully become a better engineer than I am. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be assuming you're going to be using some kind of USB microphone going into an audio interface like this one back here, going into a digital audio workstation, something like Ableton or GarageBand or Reaper. If you're going to be using a USB microphone like a Blue Yeti or something along those lines, these theories will still apply to you. However, the controls on what would be my interface are likely going to be on your microphone itself. I will go over the types of microphones you are very likely using for your first recording. The first type would be like this dynamic microphone here, which I'm holding, the Shure SM57. It's fairly ubiquitous for things like vocals, electric guitar, snare drums, acoustic guitar. You can use it on low-end instruments like basses as well. You could probably use it to record a piano. So very, very utilitarian. Characteristics of dynamic microphones like this are they're very good at rejecting unwanted background noise, so they're very good for loud scenarios. Dynamic microphones are also often purpose-built like this low-end microphone here, which would be used on a kick drum. When I would use a dynamic microphone on a guitar would likely be in a very dense mix, something like a Smashing Pumpkins sort of sound or a modern metal sort of sound, something where you have a very narrow place to fit in what you're recording. The second kind of microphone you likely have is a condenser microphone like this AKG P120, which I'm holding. You're very likely hearing a lot of background noise and me moving the camera around, which might be very unpleasant to listen to because these mics are very sensitive. They're very good to be used as ambient microphones for your room mic, for drums, anything where you want to be picking up the reflections of the room. This would be the microphone I'd be reaching for. So for example, if I'm going for like a spacious Pixies or Nirvana kind of sound, I'd be using this condenser microphone on my guitar for sure. I'm going to be demonstrating good microphone placement with this Practice Fender amplifier here. Before you even consider putting a microphone in front of whatever subject you're recording, you want to make sure that you, and more importantly, whoever you are recording, is completely satisfied with the tone or the sound of whatever the subject might be. Just kind of going with the philosophy of good in, good out when it comes to this. So you have a good base before you start working on the final result within your DAW. To get the most accurate sound of any loudspeaker, you're going to need to find what we call the dust cover of the speaker, which is kind of like the bulging capsule in the exact center of it. If you're having to find that dust cover with a loudspeaker that has a grill cloth like this one here, you're going to want to take a flashlight and see if you can shine it through here. And if you can see here, this circular object there, that is the dust cover of our loudspeaker. And that is what we're going to align the capsule of our microphone to. So you're going to want to have it dead center of that capsule. And for the purpose of this video here, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the grill cloth so you can easily see. Generally, I would say you're going to want to place it about a foot away from the dust cover itself to get the most accurate result. And see if we're satisfied with that sound. Now, if we are unsatisfied with that microphone placement, we might want to get a little more distance away from it if we're having too much low end, or if we are looking for more low end from our microphone, we can go ahead and actually inch it closer, and that is taking advantage of what is called the proximity effect, where the closer you are to the source you're recording, the more low-end information you'll be able to pick up. And I will kind of show a little B-roll footage of what that sounds like. Now that we have our microphone properly placed, I'm going to hit this looper pedal, which I have here on the floor, and get some sound coming out of the speaker. And now with our audio interface, which I have right here, I'm going to start raising the gain until it's at a good level. Generally, you're going to want to raise it up to just below where your interface starts indicating clipping, which is normally indicated with like some kind of red light. So here we have it going up to peaking at the yellow here, and then it went to red there, so that's gonna back it off just a tad, and that should be good to go. We should be all set. Well, thank you for checking out this video. Please let me know if there's any of these techniques that I could explain more clearly in the future, or if there's anything that you notice that I could improve on. Please give me feedback in the comments below as well. I think we all agree that we deserve better recordings, and we can be a part of that change, and hopefully you can hear some better records in the future.